बात करेंगे ग्रेट सॉल्ट लेक की, जहाँ ग्रेट सॉल्ट लेक का फ्यूचर खतरे में है और ये खतरा इतना बड़ा है कि नेक्स्ट 5 इयर्स में ग्रेट सॉल्ट लेक का जो एग्जिस्टेंस है वो खतरे में है, यानी कि ग्रेट सॉल्ट लेक खत्म हो सकता है। देखिए रिपोर्ट।
This is what is left of the Great Salt Lake. It hit record lows in recent months, exposing around 800 square miles of lake bed. But unchecked water use and climate change aren't just threatening the birds and sailboaters. And here the western megadrought threatens a lot more than just snow sports, agriculture, and industry. Because this lake bed holds centuries of toxic runoff, mercury, selenium, arsenic, some of it natural, some of it man-made mining waste. But if it turns to dust and adds to some of the worst air pollution in the country, this is a threat to the lungs of over 2.5 million people.
We've done this experiment in history before. We know about dust storms, we know about particulate pollution, we know about heavy metals and how they're bad for humans. This is an ecological disaster that will become a human health disaster.
Bonnie Baxter is among the scientists who recently warned that the Great Salt Lake, as we know it, could be gone in 5 years, shriveled into fingers of lifeless water before becoming the Great Toxic Dust Bowl.
You can kind of see a person standing out there like the water would have been above their head just a few years ago.
This is what is known as a terminal lake, with no rivers to take minerals to the sea. So they build up over time, just like Owens Lake in California. After developers notoriously drained it a century ago to build Los Angeles, it both inspired the movie Chinatown and forced Californians to spend in the billions to control the toxic dust that remains a threat 100 years later.
This lake is 12 to 15 times bigger than Owens Lake. It's right next to a metropolitan center, which that lake was not. So there are people who will breathe this dust immediately. And we're really, really concerned about that happening here. So we have done that experiment. We shouldn't do it again.